Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Beginner Guide Sunday. I'm your host, PB, and today on Dynasty Scrolls, we're going to talk a little bit about where I spend my gold and what I do on a daily basis. Now, if you are new or visiting to the channel, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Feel free to be a part of our Discord community. There's a link in the description box below. Thank you for those on the official Discord for the idea here. I'm going to try and keep this as brief as humanly possible. There is always so much that I can potentially cover, but literally the video would go for about 40 minutes. So, in terms of what I recommend players focus on spending early game, when you first start out, you're going to be bombarded with little red dots everywhere. They're going to take you all over the screen. They're going to make you do lots of things that you probably don't know what you're doing, but eventually you're going to figure it out. In terms of resource acquisition, I would probably recommend spending some time in the Soul Shop. Don't be afraid to refresh. You get your daily refresh chances, which is about 10. And of course, you get some additional tokens depending on your subscription and VIP level that allows you to refresh as well. But what you should be doing is potentially not building charms because you'll be getting those epic varieties in your daily quest later on. Don't invest too much gold or energy in these charms down here. It really doesn't make too much difference, trust me. But focus on heroes and nations that you're currently building. I would recommend using the souls. I personally wouldn't recommend using gold unless you are like one shard short, and then maybe make that decision. Where you will acquire them will actually be during the recruitment event. So when you're new on the servers, they do have this rebate recruitment for premium currency. If you haven't checked out my other guide with all the codes in it, make sure you do that. You get about 50 or 60 free premium summons with all the codes there. But basically, you'll be able to get these hero souls just from doing that summoning event. So make sure you're utilizing these each day. You will, of course, be able to get some with the side quests, which everyone should be doing regardless. They look a little bit like this, and you'll get some there. But that's kind of where I would draw the line in terms of when you start the game. Focus on the soul shop, and of course, when you do have the opportunity to buy these, I would recommend strongly getting as many stamina pills as you possibly can. It will vary depending on your VIP privilege. So if you're privilege number 0, you will get a total of 4 additional purchases per day that you can acquire. And I would strongly recommend purchasing those because you're going to need to be able to level up your character's player level to unlock all of the features of the game. It is actually very, very important. Probably one of the ones that, or topics that nobody really talks about. But player level progression is by far the most important aspect of this game, apart from saving up gold for events. Now, if I was going to talk about any of the other important shops, I would say Legion Shop would be my next one. I would be going in here each day and purchasing out these weapon tokens when they become available. You need to unlock this feature first, of course, before you can buy these tokens. But once you do, you'll be able to purchase 3 a day. I do buy the index scrolls because they're actually quite useful. Um, and of course, feel free to start to build towards one of your nation's heroes here if you'd like to do so. Appearance wise, when you unlock your avatar card, you'll be able to buy your first rare one here, which is not too bad. Personally, I picked Wen Shao, but there are better ones out there. Zhang He, of Fei Zheng, sorry, is pretty cool because he does 40% chance to restore 2 rage. So if you're at that point of the game where you got appearances and you're wondering where to get them, you can purchase them from here, just with Legion currency. And of course, you can buy one of your first outfits, which is pretty cool as well. You can buy that for 80k Legion coins and 3k gold. Not a terrible investment. Our rewards are pretty stock standard. Now, in terms of other areas that I think players should be focusing on, of course, Legion Shop is important. Doing your souls is important. Equally important, I would say, would be your beast shop. So you want to be able to come in here each day and do your refreshes. You don't get too many refreshes, to be honest. You pretty much have to spend gold after the third one. But you want to be able to build one of these epic monsters. So if you choose to spend a little bit of gold, that's up to you. I personally would recommend not to, because you can get them for free from the billionaire event when that unlocks. Spoiler alert. But generally speaking, you should be buying the mechanical bird first. You should be working towards building that by using the beast souls. And you, of course, can acquire beast souls from the beast realm. Just make sure you're doing your daily tasks each day to get those. I always recommend doing the maximum. Where's my challenge? Actually, I've already done it. The Immortal Trials. Make sure you're doing your Immortal Trials to get 2,500 a day. And when you unlock the actual Beast Hunt feature, make sure you're doing that twice a day to get some additional pills. They are quite important. Now, if you're curious when you unlock the Beast Hunt, you have to get to Realm level 5, and it is the giant ape here. So when you click on him, he'll either tell you need to clear this stage, or he'll allow you to enter. I believe you need to clear Realm stage 5 to unlock it. So that happens around level 60. Okay, so that's probably the most important aspects in terms of the shop function: stamina, spending your souls, making sure you're getting your Legion currency, and your Beast shop. The rest of it is kind of depends on where you're at within the game. If you've acquired the currency, personally, I recommend not buying anything from there, because that's a waste of money. Warrior Trials, make sure you're purchasing out your epic equipment. You can buy 10 shards a day, so you should be able to complete one whole set a week. Make sure you're smashing your trials each day. Where else is there? Let's have a look. Relic Shop. I generally just buy this chest out because it's a selection chest. You need 5,000. Don't be afraid to keep saving up. Behemoth Shop is actually one of the important ones. Absolutely, you must buy these charm stones each and every day until you are very, very comfortable, because you do need quite a lot of them. Actually, you need a metric shit ton to upgrade all your charms. So you definitely need to be buying your charm stones and doing your behemoth smashes each day. Legion Shop we covered. Merit Shop, this is where it gets a little bit more advanced. This is for your, basically, these are for your relics, I think. Yep, they're your relics. No, they're your relics. I'm like, why isn't it saying relics? They're your relic crystals, and these are your engraving crystals for your armor. Relics are more expensive, obviously, because there's only two of them, whereas armor, there's 4 pieces of armor. So make sure you're doing your expeditions each day to acquire some of those. Metal Shop is the last thing that you'll unlock, which is Mount Dunjan. And of course, I would strongly recommend buying your legendary equipment essence every single day. Um, that basically ties into your equipment shop, which is getting to 600 stars, which will allow you to purchase the Vanquisher Shard chests each day. And you'll need those yellow stones. You need lots of these yellow stones. So make sure you're doing that. But that's kind of from the A to B in terms of beginner guide to advanced. There's really not too much else that we can talk about in terms of that. But when you finally unlock the wishing shop around level 50 to 55, you'll be able to participate in some of these events. I was going to say partake, but yes, participate, same thing. But essentially, you just need to be doing your daily farms. You will get 50 for free a day, and the rest of them you do need to do your hero battles. Of course, there's this thing available on Sunday. We'll cover it real quick. You need to have unlocked this in your expedition before you can take part in it. So make sure you are grinding out your expedition when that unlocks for you. It is very important to do each of those until you unlock your first city. But once you've unlocked your first city, you'll be able to go into it and essentially make some attacks here. Really? That dude, he snuck up real quick. Moses Diaz. Moses Diaz, man, you're probably going to get capped in a second. Um, but yes, basically your siege event's going to look a little bit like this. And you're going to get some gold. And of course, you're going to get those wonderful stones. I'm just taking advantage of it. Why are you not letting me fight these guys? Come on. We all know we're already going to win if you let me get up there. Come on, hurry up. Um, But yes, essentially, you need to be doing this each day to be able to acquire those additional things. So that's on Sunday, and there's another one midweek, which is the Conqueror one, where you need to attack the Fiefs. So make sure you're keeping an eye out for those. I don't want to bore you anymore, but I have to do this. You know what? I'll just come back to it. I'll come back to it. It's fine. So basically, that's where you can get those. And as you can see on Friday, if you do the Conquest, you can get some additional ones there. So Conquest is Siege. And in Siege, you basically need to go into a neighboring town and you need to attack their members. And you need to do that 20 times in total. Yeah. Not an ideal system. I will admit it's pretty terrible. They need to update that shit. But the whole point of getting those wishing stones or crystals is to be able to purchase your legendary heroes. So if you're a free to play or a beginner player, this is probably going to help you out the most because you're going to be able to acquire 3 a day. It will take you about a month to acquire a full copy, give or take, depending on the limited hero events that drop. But this is a great way to boost your overall state of the game. Essentially, Danwei is, yeah, Danwei, Ma Chao, you have Bunny Girl, Jia Q, Lil Q, and of course, Dao Chan is the last one. This is absolutely up to player preference. If you don't intend to build these, then obviously that's your choice not to do it. Personally, I'm not that invested in Dao Chan. I'll build her when I feel like I want to. I may even replace her for some other legendary down the track. So at the moment, it's not as focal for me, but for others, this is a fantastic way to get additional resource, which I think is very important. I wouldn't recommend purchasing anything else here besides maybe some shards. If you're very, very close to building your Dragon Lance, maybe that's not a bad idea. It's not probably not a terrible idea if you were needed to finish that off. But in terms of beginner guides, no, I'd say definitely be focusing on your legendary shard chest. If you're a dirty spender like me and a dirty skin collector, one and the same, you can, of course, partake and purchase all of these avatar cards. These avatar cards are basically transformation charms. So when you unlock that feature on your main protagonist, this is a fantastic way to build out your index. I would recommend Sun Quan as your first epic if you're going to purchase it from this shop, just because he has a stun chance. And stun chance is pretty damn good in trials. And that's pretty much why I'll be buying Sun Quan when he drops, or when I have enough of these wishing stones. I don't actually purchase any of these gifts. There's probably some form of value in there. I just feel like it's easy enough to grind these out each day. So I hope that's provided a little bit of feedback or insight into what I purchase every single day. In terms of daily tasks, I'd like just to remind everyone it is very important to use all of your stamina every single day, whether or not that's just by blitzing until you have none left. Um, I have 63, so I am going to be blitzing quite a little bit after this video, or by doing your story modes. Story mode is a little bit of a double-edged sword because you can get premium currency by getting a full 30 stars. Yes, 30 stars. You can get gold, you can get souls, and of course you can get other things. But more importantly, you do make some progress in terms of being able to get 2,250 gold. And gold is, you know, gold is needed for everything. There's no way to say that in any other form. You need gold for everything. Um, Point in fact, the Celebrate Festival cost me 11k gold to get all 55 of the moon shards. A limited hero festival is going to cost you 12,000 gold to get 40 additional of these badges. Where are my badges? I'd like to show you. It's this one. Legendary hero tokens to get 40 of these is going to cost you 12k. It's 9k for 30 of these. Where else are there? Merit badges. It is 5k for 50 of these. What else is there that I can show? I think I've used most of these other ones. Oh yeah, it's like 15,000 for 50 of these attempts. You'll get more paper charms than that though. But man, transformation event is extremely expensive. If you're going to spend gold on that, I would probably recommend not doing that. But anyway, I think I've digressed enough. Essentially, that's what I purchase on a daily basis. Make sure you're doing your free recruitments. Make sure you're doing your free treasuries when they appear. I would recommend saving up a lot of those resources. If you're curious, the best value item to purchase in general is the subscription. So you want to, if you're a light spender or pay to win, I would recommend buying VIP subscription. If you want some additional gold each day, buy the premium cards. Development fund is a bit sketchy after a certain point because it's so hard to level up. But yeah, basically, make sure you're coming in here, making sure that you're getting your daily. Where's my daily stamina? Where's my daily stamina? Here we go. Daily stamina. You want to be getting this each day. You want to be doing your additional blitzes, and hopefully you'll make some progress. Anyway, if you'd like to add any suggestions or make any comments, please feel free to do so down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.